Alright, I'm gonna start this off by asking you a question, and I want you to actually think about it. Will Season 3 actually make the finals a big mainstream popular game? Like, do you think the finals is actually heading in the right direction right now, when it comes to ranked terminal attack, world tour, balancing, and in general the state of the game right now? Because at the start it was a huge mixed bag for me, and most of the community. You may feel like this is another negative video, where I'm just shitting on the game, like all the other YouTubers.
Haha, that game.
But I swear it's really not. First of all, the finals is in no way dead. In fact, the player count has peaked since the last few months. So despite the initial reception of this season being absolutely terrible, why is it in such a good state right now? What do I even mean by that? Have Embark been just secretly cooking all along? Stick around to find out. Let's start from the beginning. You may have seen how terribly most of the community has reacted to the main change of this season, which is making terminal attack as the main ranked game mode. And in fact I had the same opinion at first, but then I thought about it and realized there are actually some positives after all. So I've been planning to make this video ever since I watched the first trailer, where that got announced, but everyone else just started uploading their own rant after that. So I decided to give it a little bit of time, and make a far more educated video than the other creators. Anyway, what are the main issues with ranked terminal attack? In its current state, it's so boring to play. Like, it just doesn't feel like the finals. It feels like a worse version of Rainbow Six Siege. There is not enough destruction, no tempo, no excitement. Most of us will probably agree that if you wanted to play Counter-Strike or Valorant, you are gonna go play Counter-Strike or Valorant. But there is a reason we chose the finals instead. I go on Twitch and way more people are playing World Tour, which is just cash out. Like, cash out is a superior game mode in every single way. There was a Twitch Rivals event very recently, and that was played on cash out. And I enjoyed watching that a lot, and I suppose almost everyone else also did. So imagine this, there is a new wave of players that came to the finals because of Twitch Rivals. And they wanna play cash out, but instead they get put into terminal attack. Cause right now if you make a new account it's gonna force you to play 5 matches of terminal attack, before you unlock the other game modes. 5 matches of this boring shit? That's how you lose new players. Anyway, all that being said, let's look at the positives as well. With terminal attack we are sort of targeting the audience of those previously mentioned games, like R6 Siege or CS. While in its current state, I think TA is just a much worse version of those. We've seen how fast Embark update things, so it may not take long for them to make the mode at least playable. It's still not my cup of tea because it completely conflicts with the pace and dynamics of the finals, but if it actually appeals to more new players, it may be a good idea to keep terminal attack in the game, although not as the main ranked mode. Also, in Embark's own words, ranked cash out is not gone forever, and if maybe next season they make it so both cash out and TA coexist and have separate ranked systems, that would be a great thing for the game. More variety is always a W. I personally don't like the idea of splitting the community between cash out and TA, but if that's what it takes for the finals to reach a larger audience, then I guess that's a good thing. Second, for the moment ranked tournament or cash out is moved to what's called World Tour, so they can continuously make changes to improve it without disrupting ranked play. Embark's own words, by the way. That's a great thing, cause although I've been praising cash out a lot compared to TA, we can all agree that it does need changes, and that's been discussed for 2 whole seasons by now. One of the problems with the version of cash out we've had ever since the closed beta 1, like since the beginning, is that starting and defending a cash out it's not even worth it, especially at the high ranks. Even if you defend for 90% of the time it takes to complete, if another team steals it the last second, they get all the money and you get zero reward for defending it for so long. That could be mitigated if, for example, they make it so the cash out gives you money over time once you start it, and not just the whole sum at the end. Embark themselves said they wanna look into improving cash out for the future, so I guess we're gonna see what they cook up with that. Another problem that stems from the previous one is that right now third parties are rewarded way too much. A lot of teams at a high level don't even bother defending a cash out from start to finish. They just wait for the perfect opportunity to third party and take it. I myself have done this so many times, when I start defending and I'ma just give away the cash out to the other team so I can wait for a third party to roll up, and then I'm just gonna go and wipe both of these teams while they are weak. And that brings me to one of my arguments for terminal attack. While I enjoy this kind of strategies and mind games, some people may not like it, so if you absolutely can't bear losing to third parties, just go play terminal attack. Another and probably the biggest issue of the game since the start has been the balancing. Especially the heavy class being way superior to the other ones. For a while it had nukes and could one-shot full teams, thus being gone for ages, but even now heavy is just way too forgiving to play. You got enormous HP, shields, the new winch claw item, which literally pulls and stuns your enemies, and unless they play light with a dash they can do nothing about it, just to name a few. And on the other hand, light used to suck ever since the start of the game. This season it would have still absolutely sucked if it wasn't for two absolutely broken weapons, throwing knives and the AOH1. I agree, especially the knives needed a buff, but this is ridiculous. Editing Kraberzy here, they actually got nerfed just today. So yeah, that's how this whole part of the voiceover goes. Anyway, if that just doesn't show that Embark is the best studio ever when it comes to maintaining their game, I don't know what does. Then the new weapons. They feel a bit weak, especially compared to what's being deemed the meta, like previously mentioned LH1, but they are extremely fun to play. The bow feels hella satisfying, and dual blades are interesting to say the least. What I enjoyed the most though is the spear and winch claw combo. I'm sure the devs actually intended for those to be played together, and I freaking love it. Anyway, let's get to the most recent stuff. Twitch Rivals, a huge fucking W. More exposure to the game means more new players. I hope there are more events like that in the future. It's about time they actually start acknowledging that we want to see people compete in this game. If the finals ever gets an actual competitive scene, with Torx and LAN tournaments like Apex for example, you bet I'ma be there in the front row. That shit is so exciting and the game really has the biggest potential out of anything else out right now. What else? The cosmetics. I'ma go through this very quickly, but the finals cosmetics have always been fire. By the way, as a quick treat for those who are still watching, if you haven't, go check your email if you play on PC, because they are giving away codes for free stuff right now. If you've missed this and you're just seeing it, leave a like on this video and thank me later. So that's all the positive arguments for the finals right now, and I feel like they massively outweigh all the negatives. In all my years of gaming, I've never seen another studio like Embark react so fast and really be that passionate and put so much care into their game and community. It really feels like in just one short week, things have almost gone a full circle for this game, and it's doing great right now. So if we come back to my question from the very beginning of this video, about whether Season 3 is good enough to make the finals a popular game, I'm afraid I can't give you a clear answer. And that's fine, the game feels good right now, and Embark doesn't seem to be stopping to innovate and improve it. Perhaps by itself, Season 3 is not enough to make the finals blow up, but give it a few more great seasons with just good changes, and I think we are there. The finals truly has the biggest potential out of anything out right now. So anyway, thank you so much for watching my video essay. Anyway y'all, thank you so much for watching again. I had a ton of fun making this video and I have a lot more to come, so please like and subscribe for more and leave me a comment because I would love to read some feedback on the video if you have any suggestions. I know you could say I've taken a little bit of a break from YouTube, but that's because I recently graduated and I wanted to focus on my exams and stuff and getting a job as well. So yeah, again I appreciate you for being here and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye.